My name's Alex Hunt. I'm the programming manager for the Lighthouse Recovery Community Center. I'm also a person in long-term recovery, which to me that means that I haven't touched or used impulsively any mind-altering substances or alcohol for 3 years yesterday. So that was a pretty big milestone for me. Tobacco has always been a big part of my life since I was probably born, I think. Both of my parents smoked. My mom smoked intermittently. My dad smoked like a pack, 2 packs a day, pretty much my whole childhood. So I remember the first time that I ever started smoking was when I was in, I want to say 6th grade. I started actually stealing cigarettes from my dad. So I would go hide behind school and smoke. You know, I actually got caught smoking out my bedroom window a couple times when I was like 12 or 13. So the tobacco use started for me and got really heavy right away when I was 12, 13 and into my high school years. I pretty much smoked steadily from age 12-ish to about 31. So until about last year. There was times when I was smoking very heavily and I'd smoke a pack and a half a day, and a lot of it with substance use and alcoholism and things like that. I was smoking a lot more around those times. It was always socially acceptable. It was always a normal thing to do. It was always the cool thing, and it became very, very habitual over a period of time to where I really couldn't do anything without smoking a cigarette. I couldn't wake up in the morning and have breakfast. I would want a cigarette. I couldn't you know, go out to a social gathering and not smoke. It was just always there, always accepted, always normal. One of the struggles that I had was I had gotten incarcerated when I was, I think, 22, and one of the nurses actually told me that I was developing COPD and that my lungs were getting really, really bad, and that if I was to continue down that road, I would probably get cancer or emphysema or something like that. That was a little bit of an awakening point for me, where I kind of realized this is probably not for me. It's probably something I shouldn't be doing, but it still took me a long time to actually stop. Over the last couple of years, when I got clean off of substances, got clean off of alcohol, smoking is something that's a really big thing in the recovery community too. So a lot of people are of the mind that if they've quit using substances, they've quit drinking, that they deserve to at least have one vice, so why not keep smoking cigarettes? I continued smoking for a while, but as I was going through the process of identifying my unhealthy lifestyles and removing them so that way I could actually live a more healthy, more productive life, I definitely started to understand that smoking was one of them. There was a relationship that I was in, and I was thinking about wanting to spend more time with that person, and smoking was gonna cut that short at some point. Both of us were not gonna be able to breathe, our voices were gonna be affected, and ultimately we may die. That really kind of cemented it in my mind too, that I wanted to stop. I didn't want to keep smoking. I didn't want to end up dying from it. Some of the things that have been helpful in not wanting to smoke cigarettes so much are having, you know, experience that I've heard from other people that have quit. I have a lot of resources available to me anytime that I did want to put it down completely. Now I know that if I reached out, I could get the patches, the gum, I could get a quit coach, I could get access to all those different types of things that are available for people. And having that support there makes it easier to know that I could quit if I wanted to. And seeing other people that have gone through it and that have quit successfully also makes it, you know, hopeful for me to know that it's possible to quit completely if I want to. One thing I can say for certain is that when I used to smoke, you know, half a pack a day, I couldn't run, I couldn't work out. I'd be winded very quickly. I'd wake up in the morning coughing up a lung, coughing up phlegm, you know, and I hated all of those things. Now I can breathe, I can run a mile, I could work out. I'm physically able to do all of those things that I would have wanted to do that I wasn't able to because I was smoking. So physically the improvement has been night and day. I think the biggest thing is I don't buy cigarettes ever. I don't have the same habit of going outside, you know, at different periods of the day. Like right after I eat, I don't go outside, or if I need a break from work, I don't go outside, you know, and that was kind of always my habit. It was always, you know, I step outside for a smoke. And ever since I've completely cut that out, I'm not I'm not tempted to go outside when people smoke anymore. Like, even if I see a whole group of people stand up and go walk outside, like, I don't feel the need to go with them anymore. So I feel like a lot of the routine that's involved with smoking cigarettes being gone now makes it a lot easier to not want to go back. I think what changes the way that I think about it is got to do a lot more with what I see in myself. And so if I was to try to counsel someone that wanted to quit smoking, I would probably ask the deeper questions as to what it is that caused them to want to smoke in the first place. What is it within yourself that makes you feel like you need to do that? And if you heal that or fix that and get to the root of that problem, maybe you won't feel like you need it so much.